Matthew chapter 7. Don't judge people, and you won't be judged yourself. You'll be judged by the judgment you use to judge others, you see. You'll be measured by the measuring rod you use to measure others. Why do you stare at the splinter in your neighbor's eye when you have a plank in your own eye? How can you say to your neighbor, "Here, let me take that splinter out of your eye," when you've got a plank in your own? You're just play acting. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you'll see clearly enough to take the splinter out of your neighbor's eye. Don't give holy things to dogs. Don't throw your pearls before pigs. If you do, they'll trample them under their feet, and then they'll turn around and attack you. Ask, and it will be given to you. Search, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. Everyone who asks receives. Everyone who seeks finds. Everyone who knocks will have the door opened. Don't you see? Supposing one of you asks for a piece of bread, which of you is going to give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, which of you is going to give him a snake? Well then, if you know how to give good gifts to your children, evil as you are, how much more will your heavenly Father give good things to those who ask him? So whatever you want people to do to you, do just that to them. Yes, this is what the law and the prophets are all about. Go in by the narrow gate. The gate that leads to destruction, you see, is nice and wide, and the road going there has plenty of room. Lots of people go that way. But the gate leading to life is narrow, and the road going there is a tight squeeze. Not many people find their way through. Watch out for false prophets. They will come to you dressed like sheep, but inside they are hungry wolves. You'll be able to tell them by the fruit they bear. You don't find grapes growing on thorn bushes, do you? Or figs on thistles? So in the same way, good trees produce good fruit, and bad trees produce bad fruit. Actually, good trees can't produce bad fruit, nor can bad ones produce good fruit. Every tree that doesn't produce good fruit is cut down and thrown on the fire. So you must recognize them by their fruits. Not everyone who calls me Master will enter the kingdom of heaven, only people who do the will of my Father in heaven. On that day, lots of people will say to me, "Master, Master, we prophesied in your name, didn't we? We cast out demons in your name. We performed lots of powerful deeds in your name." Then I will have to say to them, "I never even knew you. You're a bunch of evildoers. Go away from me." So then everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Heavy rain fell, floods rose up, the winds blew and beat against that house, and it didn't fall because it was founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and doesn't do them, they will be like a foolish man who built his house on sand. Heavy rain fell, floods rose up, and winds blew and battered the house, and down it fell. It fell with a great crash. And so when Jesus finished these words, the crowds were astonished at his teaching. He was teaching them like someone who had his own authority, not the way their scribes did it. This is the word of the Lord.